What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up, Ghost? What's up, Scream Official News? Mark F. What's happening? What's up, One Shot? What's up, Rick W? Yandel Garcia, what's up? What's going on, Drusif? What's up, Brian? Got lots of people in here. Lots of regulars. Iggy is back. Mud Bucket is here.
I think Ghostface 96 was here last time.
Summers fam. Tried 5 Walgreens today. No luck. We're going to talk about that. Hello, Nathan Channing says Ghostface 96. What's up? What's up, Stefan? What's up, Mine Bro? All right. Well, we got people here, so let's get started. Well, obviously, the big news is the 2023 Ultra White. I can't talk tonight, apparently. I'm saying the wrong words. Not Ultra White. The 2023 non-Ultra White EUs are, in fact, real, legit. They're a real thing. They're a real item, as confirmed by RJ Torbert of Fun World exclusively for this channel. Which it's kind of funny because I've still been seeing some people in some of the groups saying, "Oh, I call BS. I don't think they're real, or I don't think they exist," and you know, I don't think they're actually Walgreens exclusives because nobody's found them at Walgreens yet, and all the Walgreens I've been to have Ultra White still. Totally not BS. 110% real. The EUs are back. The classic EUs, they are back, in fact. And yes, as of right now, they are Walgreens exclusive. Now, does that mean that every Walgreens in America, that's all they have right now? No. It's my understanding that this was sort of a last minute thing. But these I can't talk right tonight. These EUs are, in fact, a Walgreens exclusive right now. So as it stands right now, the only way you can find one in a store is from a Walgreens. In fact, the product number for this mask, literally after the numbers, has WLG after it, which stands for Walgreens. And I was actually in a Walgreens today checking for the mask. No luck. But they did have an Ultra White, and I flipped it over just to look at the back. And it's just a standard Ultra White. And the product number, it's just a number. It doesn't have any letters after it at all. So it's the same Ultra White that everybody has this year. But the photos that have come out of this mask very clearly has a unique product number on the back, and that unique product number is followed by the letters WLG for Walgreens. And I was told by RJ Torbert of Fun World that the mask, as of now, as of today, is a Walgreens exclusive. However, that will not be that's not a permanent thing. This mask is going to be everywhere soon or eventually, but right now it is an exclusive mask to Walgreens. Now, just today, we have seen several people in the groups that have actually had luck and found them at their Walgreens today. So it is, in fact, a real thing. It's not BS. It's not fake. It's not made up. The mask is real. The Walgreens exclusive for now thing is real. So anybody that was questioning it, stop questioning it. It is definitely real. Let's see. Josh Boyd, what's going on, man? Says, hey, Nate and Channing, I went to see Saw 10 last night. Loved it. Are you guys planning on checking it out? Yes.
We're actually
for
probably
sure
gonna watch all of them before the Saw 10.
Yeah, he hasn't seen every single Saw yet because there's so many, and we've been doing other things and catching up on other movies.
I've seen 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so he's seen the first 3, but yeah, we're definitely. But I guess technically, it's supposed to take place between Saw 1 and Saw 2, if I'm not mistaken. So should be cool to see it, unless somebody has seen it and spoiler free can tell us, well, you probably should see all of them first to understand everything.
But we usually, before a new horror movie comes out, if there's like more before that, then we usually watch all of them before the new one. Like
for
Scream.
Sure.
And before Scream 6 came out, we watched all the 5 that were released until the 6th one.
Yeah, Iggy, they popped up in stores that aren't Walgreens. Yeah, so apparently there is a store. I should have got this information before I went live. But the whole the reason we found out about these masks is because an independent Halloween store somewhere that has an account with Fun World, they ordered Ghostface masks like last minute, and the masks that they got in were these new ultra. Dude, oh my god, I'm losing my mind tonight. And yes, who just said it? I just read it. Yes, Mudbucket. I'm not used to saying EU for 2023, so I keep slipping up and saying ultra white. That's exactly what's happening. I'm so used to there only being the ultra whites that I just keep slipping up and saying it. But yes, so there is a store somewhere. It's an independent Halloween store. They put in a last minute order for Ghostface masks, and what they got were these 2023 EUs. And they started posting them online, and that was our first look at them. But even the ones that this store received, they have the product number on the back that has the WLG for Walgreens. So I don't have any official information on that, but my guess is that because this store put the order in late, that the shipping facility that sent it, they just sent what they had. Maybe they were out of ultra whites, because it actually has the same product number as an ultra white. But what makes the product different, the product number different, is it has the added letters at the end, the WLG. So it's very possible that this store ordered a last minute ultra white order and instead got one of these 2023 EUs cases sent to them. So that's my guess as to why this store that's not Walgreens actually has them. But yeah, that's my guess. Chicken Nugget Gaming Time is back. He says, hey guys, what's going on? What's up, Cam?
Hi, Mom.
Channing's mom is watching. Awesome. Let's see. Rick W says, nah, you don't have to see them all to understand Saw 10. So there you go. Since it takes place in between 1 and 2. Yandel says, I have a feeling they're going to use these new 2023 EU masks in Scream 7. Me too. I have a feeling that's exactly what they're going to send to set to be used. Someone mentioned a store on Hollywood Boulevard having like hundreds of the new masks. Well, so again, that's my guess, though. My guess is that these were made for Walgreens for whatever reason. total speculation. I was never given a reason why these were a Walgreens exclusive to start. But my guess is that that's what they were made for. And the reason these other stores are getting them is potentially because they're putting in late orders for masks, and whatever shipping facility is sending them out, they're getting these new masks. But there has been a few people on the groups that actually found them at their Walgreens today. Let's see if I can actually finally share a photo on here so we can all see what we're talking about. Let's see. Is it okay? 208. All right. So there we go. So that is the mask. That is the mask of the hour. That's the mask that everybody's talking about. That is the new 2023 EU. I think it looks incredible. I know when the 25th anniversary mask came out, which was like the closest we'd had to an EU in years, you know, as much as everybody loved it, at the same time, everybody was like, I wish they did a version of that mask with the standard shroud. And it looks like that's exactly what we got. So that there it is right there. It's my understanding. They smell like vanilla. The mold's amazing. The mask looks amazing. The paint is amazing from what I've seen. Also, I've had a lot of people say that they thought that it looked like the eyes had like some kind of something underneath it at like the bottom here. All that is the plastic insert that's been coming in the mask, which is literally like a vacuum formed ghost face mask that they've been putting inside them for shipping to keep the mask so they have their shape without getting smashed down in the box. So that's all that is. The eyes are normal. There's nothing like extra added to the eyes or anything. Let's see. Giancarlo says, hey, I have a question about the robes. Do you know a general idea of the foam thickness? Trying to add foam to mine and don't want foam thickness to go for. I'm talking about MM. The foam thickness is, I would say, I don't even know if I could show it like that thick. I don't have like an exact measurement. It's not super thick, but it's you know, it's very visible. It's thick. It's more the shape though. A lot of the robe makers, with the exception of Scream robes, never got the shape of the foam right. The shape is very, a lot of the robe makers were just kind of making like a straight piece of foam that just folded down over the head. But the actual foam in the hero robes is actually more like crescent moon shaped. It's not an exact crescent moon shape, but that's the best way I can describe it. So it's like a shape like this, almost like a banana shape, I guess, that then sits like that. And that, you know, every little thing, I guess, affects how it looks and how it sits and how it lays. So yeah, the foam in the head or in the hood, that's the one thing I've seen most robe makers get wrong, with the exception of Scream robes, again, is they just have a straight piece of foam, not when the actual one's like banana shaped. What's up, Chris? He's joining us from the UK. Guess it's early in the morning there.
It's only 8:17 here.
So Darky says multiple employees at Walgreens told me they're not getting them in. The current mask set is what they will only have for this year. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's just a case-by-case basis at Walgreens stores because, like I said, we do have a handful of people today that went to their Walgreens. I don't know the locations offhand, but they did go to their Walgreens, and their Walgreens did have them. Let's see. Muncie man, he's sorry he's late. It's all right, man. We're all here. You're here. For Mark F, it is 1:17 a.m. right now. Crazy. It's 8 o'clock, 8:18 where I'm at. All right, let's see. I had another picture I was going to bring up. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. So Mud Bucket, was it a new mold? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the exact same as the 25th. I have no idea. I did not get that information. It kind of looks like it, but I'm not sure. Yandel says, is there a way to make the eyes larger on the Ghostface mask? The masks in 5 and 6 seem to have huge eyes, and the normal 25th anniversary masks don't have those massive eyes, rather smaller eyes. We talked about this a little bit before. They don't enlarge the eyes. They don't do any. There's really no way to make the eyes bigger on the masks. So a lot of that is just like lighting that you're seeing that makes it look bigger. Actually, one of the grab that one there.
This one?
Yeah. So this is a 25th anniversary that was modified exactly like to the T exact to how they were modified for Scream 5, and you can see it on the inside. They just added more eye mesh and have a strap to it. The ultra white is shoved down inside. But you know, the eyes look kind of big there on the mask. But
that's because of the camera.
Yeah.
The lighting.
Camera and the lighting, and also, you know, like there's nothing done to the eyes on this except the added eye mesh. And you know, this is just a standard 25th anniversary. That's it. So, you know, they do.
And plus somebody's wearing it.
Yep. So yeah, they do look pretty big there. There you go.
We're showing this?
Not yet.
All right.
We're going to get to, that's a whole other story we're going to get to. JPeth 37. Hope I'm saying that right. Just wondering if you know what type of eye mesh they use for the hero mask. Just got a pre 2010 EU I want to use for cosplay, and I want the eye mesh to be dark enough. Honestly, for Scream 4, I can tell you for sure they literally used like this. They literally like this is just a regular age mask from Fun World, but you know, since they reshrouded and they had so many masks laying around, they literally just took this like the hood material off of the standard masks and glued it inside to make the eye mesh, because I can see through that right now. You hold it up to the camera so you can see me through it. That's literally what they used for Scream 4. I'm not sure about the other films 100%, but that's anytime I add eye mesh to any of the masks that I use, like for display purposes or cosplay or whatever, or anytime anybody asks me, that's what I tell them to do. I'm like, hey, if you have like an ultra white laying around, just rip the hood off and use that hood material for the eye mesh. Will they be sticking around? That's my understanding. My understanding is that they're going to be pretty much everywhere soon. Mask during the subway scene seems ultra white. Do you know if they repaint masks or it's just a standard ultra white with post color? They didn't paint any of the masks at all. So that again could just be lighting. It could be a lot of things. Yeah, pretty much. Like, pretty much with Scream 4, they left the eye mesh on it that was already there, which was extremely light in those early collector's edition masks. They left the eye mesh on it, and then they took that hood material, and that was the second layer. Okay, let me. Okay, I'm going to get to some more of your questions here. Giancarlo says, I wanted to ask this for your Scream 3 mask. Is the eye mesh darker than a normal 25th anniversary? Also, does yours have Velcro? I didn't see any Velcro in your video. Okay, so Scream 3 was one of the ones that was done a lot differently than the other films. They were always experimenting with the modifications when they were making these, but Scream 1 and 2 and even 4 for the most part was largely similar to the type of modifications that they did. Scream 3, there was a lot of the masks that they didn't bother modifying the eye mesh at all because it just became such a hassle. Like, where's the stunt mask with the light eye mesh? Where's the dark mask for like medium shots? Where's the really dark mask for close-ups? So what they ended up doing with that was they just had Brian Avery, the stuntman that played Ghostface, for like 99% of the movie. He wore a black stocking over his face under the mask. And if he was doing like a stunt that, you know, required him to be able to see better and, you know, he wasn't going to be like up close to the camera, so it didn't matter, pull the mask off, take the stocking off, put the mask back on, do the stunt, whatever. And then any other time you see him, he's just got that stocking on under his face. So rather than do all these modifications to the eyes, that was how they did that. Oh, let me see this one. Did they repaint the nose and mouth in Scream 5 and 6? Well, for 6, yeah, because, you know, the whole mask was repainted for the aged masks. But 5, I don't think so. But I'm honestly not 100% sure. I was never told every single little thing they did. I know a lot of the 25th anniversary masks kind of had the more like arrow nose. It wasn't like flat at the bottom, but in the film it was. So they could have just, you know, touched it up a little bit to fill that in. But also keep in mind the 25th anniversary masks that were sent to set for Scream 5, they were early prototypes. They weren't like exactly what was in stores. So they were probably a small batch, like they did with Scream 4, where they made like a very small batch so that it was, you know, the paint was better and, you know, all that stuff. There was more attention given to them before they were sent to set. All right, Chris is out for the night. Appreciate joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a good night, Chris. A tutorial for the mouth of the ultrawhite is fastened. It wasn't fastened in. They literally just shoved it in. Like if you take an ultrawhite mouth and put it inside the mouth of a 2015 or any other Scream mask and shove it down in, it's not going anywhere. You know, that's why it has that little bubble in the mouth, and you can see it in the movie because it's jammed in there so tight that it's not moving at all. So they didn't fasten it like permanently. They just shoved it in there. Let's see. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna check my. I need to check my camera setting real quick because it's acting. I feel like my camera's getting blurry when I'm moving, and it shouldn't because it's autofocus. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, so Carrie Ann has a 25th anniversary mask that was sent to set. Extremely long hood and very thin vinyl. You can tell they're very different from the final product. Yeah, so it's probably that. It's probably similar to Scream 4. So with Scream 4, they made an initial batch of like 30, 35, 38, something like that. Collector's edition masks that were made in a very small batch. So the material was like super high quality. Paint jobs were like perfect. And that's what was actually sent to set for Scream 4. So they were slightly better quality than what was eventually released to the public, because to release that quality of a mask, I believe RJ said at the time that he basically just said, the buyers wouldn't buy it because they'd have to sell it for a ridiculous amount of money, and that's just not what they were looking for. The buyers with like a ghost face mask, if I remember correctly. That was 2010, 2011, but I'm pretty sure that's the story. RJ can clarify at some point if I am wrong on that. Let me see. And a couple other things I wanted to share with you guys while you were here. Oh, so I know the last stream I told you that I had always checked Goodwills religiously around this time of year and never saw anything Ghostface ever. Any Goodwill. Never saw it. So this year, today, in fact, Channing and I, that's what we did today. We spent our day going to about, I don't know, 5, 6 different Goodwills. We even went to a Salvation Army. We're actually, that's going to be a video. We are making a video. We recorded everything on our little trip, our Goodwill hunting, not the Matt Damon movie. No, it's a great movie. How do you like them apples? But we went to a bunch of different Goodwills, one after another, complete strikeout, nothing Ghostface. Some of them didn't even have masks at all. They just had costumes. Then there were other ones you go into and they'd have these big giant bins full of masks, and we'd just be digging through, huh? Mm-hmm. Just digging through, looking for anything.
There was even like this freaking whole cart, and we couldn't find anything.
Yeah, there was a cart full of masks. So we looked everywhere. Just kept striking out. It was really weird too, because one of them we went to, as soon as we walked in, on the music that was playing in the store, it was playing Pet Cemetery, the song by the Ramones, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign. They had like nothing. They had like the worst mask you'd ever seen. Well, we got lucky at one. Not extremely lucky, not as lucky as I'd like to have gotten, and not as lucky as some other people get, seems, year after year, but show them what we found for 99 cents, everybody.
A Scream 3 Ghostface mask.
Yeah, we found a Scream 3 era EU.
Has the twisted chin and everything. It's like perfect.
It's in really good condition. 99 cents. I was happy.
And it's not yellow.
Doesn't really smell like vanilla that much, but in all, fairness, I did clean it up a bit since it came from Goodwill. I sanitized it and stuff. But yeah, so we did find a really decent EU at Goodwill today for 99 cents. So,
and actually,
hey, I'll take it.
Do you want to show the real one and compare it to that one?
The real what?
The real Scream 3 mask.
Yeah, we're going to do that in a minute.
All right.
Yep. When we do show and tell.
Oh, yeah, I have a question for you guys. Are any of you excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Yeah, is anybody ready for Five Nights at Freddy's? We're excited for that. Let's see. Mud Bucket is excited for it. And Ghostface Fan 101. Brian's Casual Cosplay says his kids are. Yeah, people seem to be really excited for it. Jerry Rodriguez, he's a really big fan and loves our videos. Thank you, Jerry. We are a fan of you as well, then. You love our videos. We love you. Dan is here, my man, another fellow collector with an amazing piece in his collection. Great to see you, Dan. Thank you again for helping out on that documentary a couple years ago. Fam and I are going to meet 6 people from Scream the 7th. Can't wait. That's awesome. We have a bunch of, there looks like there's a Scream reunion for the convention that's close by here, Steel City Con in Pittsburgh. They just announced Nev Campbell yesterday. I think Jamie Kennedy is there. There's been a couple others too, but it's pretty exciting. Kay is excited for Five Nights at Freddy's, of course.
Everybody calls it FNAF now for short.
Yep. Tammy is excited for Five Nights at Freddy's. Being 21 and have grown up on Five Nights at Freddy as one of the reasons I fell in love with horror. The movie's super exciting. Yeah, I agree. I thought the trailer was amazing. It had just the right amount of like silliness to it. It wasn't overly terrifying, but it wasn't overly silly either. It seems like if it's anything like the trailer, I think it's going to be pretty good. Big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. Definitely going to see it. Yes. Cannot wait. Something else I was going to show you guys. Oh, let's get this out.
Nice.
Pop that other side there. That.
I can smell the vanilla from up here.
Now this guy still smells like vanilla.
That's the real Scream mask.
This is it, guys. This is one of Roman's screen used hero masks from Scream 3.
I'll hold up this one.
Still very bright white. It's probably because I've kept it away from this is probably the most light this guy's got in a long time. And then here's the one we found today. So it's pretty similar.
A little flappy.
Pretty similar. Not exact. I know they're different molds. But I was excited to find out for 99 cents. But this is the real guy. This is the real deal. This is Roman's mask. It was interesting watching, Scream 6 in theaters and they have Roman's mask in it. I'm like, you don't have Roman's mask? I have Roman's mask. This is what it should look like. Of course, like I said, this is what it looks like after it's been kept away from light for all these years. But this is it. This is Roman Bridger's mask. Again, I understand there were several used in the movie. This is just one of many, but this is in fact one of the mask from Scream 3 that Scott Foley himself wore, and also that one of the stuntmen wore as well. So this is one of them. It's got that great twist in the chin right there, you can see.
Now, here's something that I don't know if you figured out. I asked you one day, do you know if that's the reveal mask or not?
I don't know. It could be, because it doesn't have Velcro. And I know they usually don't have Velcro on the reveal mask, or they flip the thing down. But I do know that Scott Foley has his own. He kept a mask as well. So he might have the actual reveal mask. That I'm not sure. This one, to me, always looked more like the one he's wearing when Sydney shoots him, when he approaches her, when she's untying Dewey and Gale, and she shoots him the first time. This one is almost a match to that. So I'm thinking this is definitely, at the very least, that mask. The chin matches, the eyes, the nose kind of has a little bit of paint that's kind of off at the top there, and you can kind of see that in the movie. So, but yeah, this is Roman Bridger's mask, everybody. The real deal Roman's screen-used mask.
But I do gotta say, this one looks pretty accurate to the real one.
Mm-hmm.
The shape and everything.
And like I said, it does still smell like vanilla.
It's even curved the right way.
Yep.
Like, it's not twisted this way, it's twisted the right way.
Yeah, so here it is, the real deal. All right. There we go. Sorry, I clicked out of it somehow. All right, let's get caught back up here. Carrie Ann, I know you're jealous of that mask, but it's okay. Someday you'll be able to see it. Exactly. Yeah. I don't think the police cared about preservation. Yeah. I've tried to keep it. That's why it's one of the few, like, I have the Scream 2 hero mask on display all the time, but it was already kind of yellowed when I got it, just from age. So I was kind of more concerned about it keeping its shape by having it on a plastic head, like mannequin head. Whereas, the Scream 3, the Roman mask, has always been that like nice stark white, and I've just wanted to like preserve that as long and as much as possible. Want
me to put this back, or are you alright with it there?
It's fine right there. The little white speck on the mouth that you're talking about right there. So, yeah, that's like a paint chip, like chipped off of the mouth. It was there when I got it, but whether or not it was like that on set, I couldn't tell you. That could happen anytime after filming. So
that could even happen with this one, even though it's not screen used, but it could still happen with this one.
Mm-hmm. I'm still looking for that file for anybody that asked me about that. But I have all you guys saved in a folder in my email. So when I do find it, I will send it out to you. Yes, several people have found them at their Walgreens today. and had photo proof of it. So, what Ghostface mask do you have in a shadow box? A shadow box. Oh, that is the original hero opening scene mask from Scream 4. So it was used for the original opening scene that we didn't get. It was then reshot. So it wasn't for the ending that made it in, or the opening that made it into the film. It was that original opening, which in my opinion was better. So it was used for that first. And then it was reused again in the movie when Ghostface is on the roof stalking Sydney towards the end when they're on the roof together and he like knocks her off and all that stuff. It's that mask also. So it was used in the original opening scene and in the roof stalking scene. And that's the mask that Wes Craven personally signed to me on set as a thank you for helping with the Ghostface costume. Yes, my name was in the credits of Scream 5. I have to give like all the thanks to RJ at Fun World for that because he was the one that really pushed for that. I did not have a credit in Scream 4. I did get a lot of things out of working on Scream 4, but I never got a credit. And with Scream 5, RJ was very persistent with Paramount that my name be in there, that I deserved it, that, you know, you guys would have just started from scratch with the costume and all these other things if it wasn't for him. So thank you, RJ, and thank you, Paramount, for making it happen. Jerry Rodriguez wants to see photos of the new EU. Let me pull one up. I had one up earlier. I think it's this one.
Yep.
Okay. There you go, Jerry. There's a photo of the new 2023 EU. Let's see. Iggy says, "Is there more photo?" But oh yes, I thought you were asking, "Is there?" Yes, there is. I think I have some. Let's see, 802. So there's another set of photos of it. And there's some new ones from today that I don't have like ready. I didn't get them in time to pull up, but yeah, like I said, people were finding them today. So there's some even better photos of it today that people found. Yeah, Iggy, I prefer the OG Scream 4 opening as well. That is a, if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check out that video where I found the Boots brand for Scream 1 after 25 years. That whole story of how we finally figured it out is absolutely utterly insane. Like, it's insane. Crazy coincidence for how it figured out. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sure they're popping up on eBay already. Yeah, that's what happens with It seems like every time there's a new ghost face mask out, that happens for a while before they become more readily available. Yes, Jerry, they do have the plastic insert. That's what you're seeing in the eyes there. Jigsaw's been wanting to design a hoodie where the hood is like Ghostface's robe. That would be cool. That'd be really cool, actually. That'd be cool to have like a Ghostface hoodie that had the kind of shimmer to it. Obviously not the same material like a hoodie material, but that would be really, really, really cool. Swift mode. What stores are carrying them? Well, it's technically a Walgreens exclusive per Fun World, per RJ himself, but there has been a few non-Walgreens stores that put in really late orders for Ghostface masks that got these in instead of the ultra whites. Dale just ordered the eBay Scream 4 NECA figure with my name on it. Can't wait. Yeah, I actually have two up here. I have the regular and the zombie one, which is kind of cool because now the zombie one looks a lot like the aged mask from 6. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was the first, really accurate Ghostface figure that I got to help with. That was a lot of fun helping NECA with that. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, unfortunately, most Walgreens have the ultra whites right now, but there are some Walgreens out there that people are finding these, so they are out there, and I'm sure they're just going to be more and more available as time goes on. Like I said, these were just basically discovered 2 days ago and confirmed a day ago. So let me take that back. It's been three days ago they were discovered, and 2 days ago they were confirmed. So it is really early. So hopefully they do start popping up soon. Jigsaw, I still need the Yeah, I've heard from some people that it's more difficult to find than the regular classic Ghostface, which is surprising to me because I remember when those figures were actually released and the stores that I did see them in person, a lot of them just had the white one. The zombie ones were sold out. So I felt like, oh, everybody's buying the zombie one. That's crazy. But yeah, I guess they're really hard to find now.
And actually, there is a zombie mask in that one, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it the aged mask?
That's a zombie mask in that one, and the ultimate Ghostface NECA set.
I can get that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look just like that one up there, but it's a pretty good.
Yeah. This has been out for a few years now, the ultimate one. But yeah, there's a zombie mask in that, and a bloody mask, and a green mask. Never knew if that was supposed to resemble a glow-in-the-dark mask. That'd be really cool, by the way. There's not been a Ghostface action figure that has a mask that actually glows in the dark. So that would be really cool. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. Zombie Ghostface. Yeah, I do love that mask.
Is there an actual mask that's glow in the dark?
Yeah. Every Ghostface mask back in the day was glow in the dark. This one might glow. I have no idea. We didn't even test it out yet.
It kind of looks like it might.
Went to Walgreens today, no Ghostface mask. How long do you think is a good time to wait? I have no idea. If I had that answer, I'd have a bunch of masks by now. No, I don't know. I just think it's really early. Like I said, we just found out about these 2 or 3 days ago, and we just had them confirmed 2 days ago. And I think we all just need to wait and see, what happens with them. Because like I said, they're not going to be exclusive It's my understanding from RJ that it's not going to be exclusive like forever. The exact wording from him, I believe, was their Walgreens exclusive for now. So how do you store the Scream 3 robe? Do you have it piled up in a box or is it wrapped? Do you know how they're stored in other films? I have no idea how the studio stores them. I used to keep it in a wardrobe bag, like sealed, and then folded up, and then in like an airtight container. But the wardrobe bags that are just that like kind of thin plastic, it started to like crack and stuff. So now it's just kind of folded up in an airtight container without that.
It's actually back here.
Yep. Carrie, an interesting fact, the original 1000 Cryptic Gauze mask T-stamp had a glow star on the tag but didn't actually glow. I always thought that was crazy. Yeah. That was probably a case of we already printed the tags and then last minute decided we're not going to make the mask actually glow. That's probably what happened with that. What else did I want to? I had a couple other things I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I know. Let's see. Let me make sure I get the right picture up. So, get your guys' opinion on this. 059. All right. All right. So, this mask may be familiar to some of you, may not be familiar to everybody. This is the mask, one of the masks that Henry Winkler kept after filming of Scream 1. Principal Henry himself, the Fonz. He kept this Gen 1 from the set. And this is the condition it was in when it was auctioned off. I believe it went for, this was like a couple years ago now. I believe it went for $27,000, $25,000. But there's a second picture from it that I actually couldn't find. But the inside of the mask, inside the mouth, had the name Skeet written in it. So a lot of people thought when they first saw it and saw that it had Skeet written in it, they were like, well, this must be the mask that Skeet wears in the scene where he's Ghostface when he goes up behind Randy. But it clearly doesn't match that at all. Definitely 110% doesn't match that scene whatsoever. So people were, I mean, it's real. It's the real deal for sure. It's from set. Cynthia Bergstrom, the costume designer, verified it. But there was a lot of people that were like, well, if it wasn't that exact mask, which it could be, again, masks change over time. They get misshapen. All sorts of things happen. They look different when it's on somebody's face than it does like that. So it could be that mask. But there was a lot of people that were like trying to figure it out. Well, I think I possibly figured it out. So pay really close attention to that dent in the mouth and below the nose. And then also at the bottom of the chin on the left, the way it has that kind of curve there that looks like you could almost like lay something on it. Like this part of that mask, this part right here, how it's kind of bent like that. And it almost looks like something could rest there. So keep that in mind, and then tell me if you think. Let me pull up this other picture. Let's see. Does anybody think it could be that mask? Just based on that photo. It appears to have a very similar dent in the same place by the nose. And then also that little area that I was talking about. The way that knife is able to lay so perfectly on top of that.
Ooh, craving something scary is in.
Yeah, craving something scary is here. What is up, my man? Thank you for joining us. Great video, by the way, on the new 2023 EUs. I agree with you 100%, Giancarlo. It looks like it, but the eyes look different. Yes, the eyes do look different, and that's what I always try to do when you try to screen match. That's why I wanted your guys' opinion. But one of the things you want to do when you screen match is the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to screen match something is that they're holding the prop in their hand. I don't own this mask, by the way. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if we can identify it. But the biggest mistake people make is they hold the prop in their hand and then they put the movie on and they pause it and they're looking for anything that can match. They find one thing that matches, like, for example, that dent, and they're like, this is it. This is the mask. I have it, blah, blah, blah. They're done. They find one match and they're done. It's actually more important to look for things that don't match than it is that do. If you start, so that's how I try to screen match props, is I look for stuff that do not match. That's the first thing I look for. If you've got a bunch of stuff that doesn't match at all, then you might as well not even look for stuff that does match. So yeah, too many people just look for one match and they say, oh, that's it. Looks very similar. Carrion says it would have taken some stains from the blood, though, you would think. Yeah, you would think so, too. That could be where a lot of the yellowing came from on it, though. I do know that they never left the blood on the mask too long. They would always, wipe it off almost immediately to prevent stains. But, yeah, and the other reason, too, is because, like I said, the writing inside the mask says skeet. And since it doesn't really match the mask that he wears when he's standing behind Randy, what other scene is there a mask with, right in the scene with Skeet? It's when he gets shot in the head and his body falls and then the bloody mask is, behind him. So that's just my thoughts. It could be the same mask. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
It would be cool if there was at least one mask out there that still had the fully blood stain.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. But I understand why they don't do that because with wardrobe, it's one thing because you can't really help that. If you have someone that gets killed and you got blood on the wardrobe, it's soaked in, it's not coming off at all. So they don't really have a choice. But something something tangible, like a mask or a knife or something like that, they're going to want to wipe it off and do the next take, wipe it off, do the next take. They can keep reusing those. Whereas with wardrobe, it's like, okay, got to do it again. Go change into a fresh outfit, because there's no wiping that off. In fact, Skip Crank told me in regards to Scream 3, the opening scene mask from Scream 3, that when Cotton spits the blood on Ghostface's mask, I know it's not a tremendous amount, It's just like little specks. But he said that he very much remembers, like, as soon as they would yell cut, immediately going in and wiping all the blood off so that they could do the second take with the same mask before it stained or whatever, before it got too sticky. So Yandel asks, excuse me, are Drown Boy Productions mask guide videos accurate? Yes, they are very accurate. Drown Boy is a good friend of the channel, and he definitely does his research. Let me tell you, reaches out to all the sources. He tries not to speculate if possible. If he has no other choice but to speculate, he makes sure to tell you, I'm speculating here, but this is what I'm basing my speculation on. And he's also gone back and redone several of his videos like that, where new information will come out and he'll go, okay, I'm going to go back and redo another video on this because I want to always have the most accurate, updated information there. So, yeah. Yes. Douglas really busts his arse to bring the up-to-date information. He certainly does. He, like I said, he will redo an entire video. He will do a new version of that video if new information comes out. And, you know, that's the thing. Not to get into a tangent here, but one of the biggest problems in the Scream Ghostface mask community that I've experienced and witnessed over the years, really, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I mean, this is kind of common knowledge. Everybody knows that this happens. But there's a lot of people that come down on other people because of supposed, quote-unquote, false information. And they don't take into account that, you know, that's kind of how things work. Like, there's always new things to be learned. So something that, you know, an answer you gave in regards to a certain mask 10 years ago, you know, there might be more information that comes out 10 years down the road that says, oh, actually, this thing that you did, you know, said 10 years ago wasn't quite accurate. Here's new information. And then you go out and you correct that, but then you have somebody that pulls something that you said or posted 10 years ago and is like, oh, see, it's all inaccurate. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, not getting on a tangent here, but I think people are getting better in the community. I've noticed a lot more people are kind of understanding that, like, that's kind of how it works. Like, you know, as time goes on, you sometimes learn new things that changes what you thought you knew in the past. So just do your best to keep up with what's new and accurate.
Holy crap, we've already been on here for over an hour.
Yeah, it goes fast, huh? Does anyone know if Scream Robes got new fabric? I've seen some older ones where the fabric is way too sparkly, but I saw something recently. Yeah, he's had way accurate, like, closest I've ever seen fabric for a little bit now. But he still has so much of the old fabric, and a lot of those robes are already produced. But I believe, and don't quote me on this, I haven't spoken to him personally about it, but I believe if you put in a custom order, and it might cost a little bit more to do a custom order, but I'm pretty sure if you put in a custom order and you specifically ask for, like, the newer fabric, that he can make it happen. Scream Robes, I think it's the UK, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. Turkey. Okay, there you go. I don't know if that's the UK or not. I have no idea. I didn't do too well in history or whatever you want to call that.
I'm pretty sure Turkey is in the UK.
Yeah, I have no idea. This isn't an educational. This isn't a educational. It's educational for Ghostface, nothing else. We don't need to be accurate with stuff like that here.
We don't need to be accurate with 1,400 divided by 10.
Middle East. There you go. Not the UK. It's in the Middle East. Let's see. Something else. Oh, where did I put? I had something else I was going to show. I just got to find it first. Here we go. So this we received as our first actual package from a fan today, and this is from Ricky Wilson. If you're watching, this is a 25th anniversary mask. This is amazing. It's in great shape, bright white, smells like vanilla. Thank you so much, Ricky Wilson, for sending this out. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great looking mask. So
no blue specks on it?
Nope, none. So perfect mask to add to the collection. Thank you, Ricky Wilson. Very much appreciated. And let's see. There he is, the man himself. Thank you so much. Any idea where I can get an accurate prop Buck 120 knife that looks real? Honestly, depending on what you want it for, your best bet is just to buy a Buck 120 and dull it down and round the tip off, just like they did in the movies. Any of the movies where they used a real buck knife as the hero knife, that's all they would do. They would just get a real Buck 120 and they would dull the blade down to the point where you could literally rub it on your skin as hard as you wanted and it wouldn't cut you. And then they would round the tip off the same way. They would just wear it down till it was rounded off instead of super pointed. That would be your best prop, real looking Buck 120. I do know there's independent artists out there too, of course, that have molded and made their own Buck 120s. But yeah, they are. You can find those in the groups, I'm sure. I don't know anybody off the top of my head that makes them, but there are some really good ones out there.
I know it doesn't look real, but I'm gonna go get something.
Yeah. Yeah, Burkbench or Chase. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, Burkbench does make those. Chase Smith makes them. It does ruins a good knife though. But again, if that's what you're looking for, if you want a very realistic looking safe Buck 120, that's your best bet, is just do what they do in the movies. That's actually surprisingly what they do a lot now, because it's so expensive to make custom hero knives, like what they did with Scream 2 and Scream 4 when they made their own Buck 120s out of aluminum. Those were so expensive to make. Yeah. Now, as Channing said, this doesn't look very, very real, but we did have a video on this. This is a training knife that we found on Amazon. So it's literally made for self-defense classes, training, how to disarm somebody with a knife or whatever. And it's a Buck 120. Now, when we got it, it didn't have the black pinstriping on the handle. And the black was actually it only came down to here, I think. So
we colored it with Sharpie.
Yeah, we colored it in with Sharpie the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, you can see the line there.
Yep.
Where we colored it to.
And then
right there.
Yep. So we colored the rest in with Sharpie, and then I just used black pinstripe tape around it, which that is what they did with a lot of the prop knives from the early Scream films for this, was just put black pinstripe tape around it, because it's It's smooth, it's even, it's really easy to get perfect. And if you mess it up, you just peel it off and do it again. I know, if you look really closely in Scream 5, and I'm not coming down on, the effects guys in that at all. I think they did a great job, but they definitely tried to hand paint the lines on all of them, and they're very uneven. And you can very much see it in the movie. Like when you can see this part of the handle in Scream 5, you can see that it's very uneven and kind of sloppy, but it's not any fault of theirs. It's just very, very, very hard to paint something that thin and small on something that thin and small. But that's why in the early movies they used the pinstripe tape. So that's what we did with this. But yeah, I think this was like $15 on Amazon. Again, it's rubber, it's floppy, it's a training knife. It doesn't really look real. But for $15, it looks pretty good, I think. Not too bad. Do you know how far the Velcro and the ropes go down? You said in one of the videos some go all the way down, some halfway. I've only seen 5 and 6 go all the way down. So 5, as Mud Bucket has said, 5 didn't have Velcro. It had magnetic strips down. So it was actually magnetic closure. But yeah, Scream 3 and Scream 2 both had robes that went the whole way down. They also had robes that went halfway down. They used different robes for different scenes. What dictated which type got used in what scene, couldn't tell you. Wasn't there. Ever thought of putting the Hero Scream 3 robe and mask on a mannequin? I have. Mannequins are super cheap now too. It used to be like, unless you were lucky and found one that like a department store was getting rid of, it's like $500 to order like a decent mannequin. You can get like a full-sized mannequin now on Amazon that's like fully, like you can bend the fingers, the arms, everything, like fully movable for like $120. So yeah, I have thought of it. I do plan on it eventually, but I would like to wait until I had something to go over it, or something to put the mannequin in, because my fear is like, I don't want it exposed to like too much light. I don't want it exposed to dust and the elements. So I would want, the mannequin, I'll go cheap, but I would want a really like high quality display case to put the mannequin in that was protected of all things like dust and UV light and all that stuff.
Actually, there's a mannequin back here for the track pants.
Yeah, the Fight Club track pants are on a half mannequin back there. My son and I were out riding 4-wheelers one night and found a real Buck 119 in the sand out in the middle of nowhere. That's crazy. Yeah, I still have my original Buck 119 somewhere.
It's in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement. I got that in high school because it was the closest I could find to the actual Scream knife, the 120, but at the time it was discontinued or very, very, very hard to find. And you could literally get the Buck 119 at Walmart. So Darko does make the knives. He might be experienced with metal or aluminum casting soon. Yeah, the Scream 2 hero knives and the Scream 1. I'm sorry. Scream 2 and Scream 4 hero knives. They were solid aluminum, like the handle, the blade, everything. It was like one solid piece of aluminum, and then was painted after that. Yeah, I've noticed that too. That the real knives, they have like a texture to them. I believe I researched that a little tiny bit. and I believe that it's supposed to resemble wood, even though obviously it's not wood, but I believe that was what I discovered, was that the texture of the pinstriping on the actual buck knives was supposed to kind of resemble like wood to a certain extent.
Oh yeah, are there any masks back here that you would want to see up close that we can bring up close?
Yeah, again, if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. If it's doable, I'll do it. Question on the new EU mask. Someone has found one with the 9206, but it did not have the wall. Is this still a new? I'm not sure, Craven. I haven't seen a photo of one yet that didn't have the WLG code at the end. So I'd have to see it. I'd have to see the photo of the actual mask itself with the tag that didn't have that code on it. Because the only ones I've ever seen that are the new 2023 EUs have that WLG on it. What's the most accurate Scream 2022 mask? Is it the standard 2017 EU mask, 25th, or the second run collector's edition, the MTV mask? I'm making an awesome Scream 22 section in my DTOF. I would say for Scream 2022 it would definitely be the first run 25th anniversary. Are the new EU molds the same? I don't know. They could be. I'm not sure. If I had an HHN mask, I would show it to you. I wish I had that mask. Like I said, I think I'm in agreement with RJ. That is one of his favorite that they ever produced. I think that is definitely one of the best looking masks that they ever produced. Yandel, I do still have that, but I do not have it handy right now. But I will have it on the next stream. How did they add sparkle to the 5 and 6 robes? I don't know about 6, but for 5 it was spray on. Why are the 2017 EUs so hard to find? Probably because they stopped making them in 2017. That's my guess. They haven't made them in almost 7 years now, so that would be my guess. Yeah, Darky, I agree. The code is tricky because it's the exact same product code as an ultra white, an EU, and the white hard plastic mask. But so far that we've seen for sure, the new EUs have the WLG at the end. It is very real. I actually discussed that in length on one of my last stream. I don't know if it was the very last one or the one before, but yes, it was spray on. They experimented with a bunch of different fabrics and different everything. Could never get the look just exactly right. The sparkle was either always too intense or not intense enough, and what they were going for. So they ended up using a fabric that they found in France that is now discontinued. And it was the closest fabric match to the actual fabric from the 1 through 4 robes. And then they used a spray on for it. I actually I don't have it anymore, but I had a swatch of fabric off of a Scream 5 hero robe that was destroyed for COVID protocols, but I had a swatch of it after it was destroyed, and you could literally like rub your fingernail over it and take the silver off, where you can't do that on any of the other movies' robes because it's literal fabric, silver fabric that's woven in. Main identifiers between first and second run. 25th. I think the biggest one is the manufacture date. And then also the second run had the dots and the first run did not.
We're talking a lot about the Scream 25th anniversary masks. I want to show you guys something.
Yeah. Go show them. Huh. I don't think they'll ever reproduce that mask, unfortunately. They're very, very keen on keeping, special masks that were produced for a very certain reason as such. Those were made just for the Halloween Horror Nights.
I have a 25th anniversary mask, and on the inside, I'm going to find the... And on the inside, it is signed by RJ to me.
Yep. Little gifts to Channing for his birthday. So this is one of his favorite masks here. It's got a really nice shape. I think this might have been a prototype because of how perfect the paint is and everything. Could be completely wrong on that, of course. Hope we find out I can find out what spray. Somebody asked me, it might have been you, Darky Darko, that asked me on the other stream. I totally forgot, so I'm gonna make a note to message. I will text Emily tomorrow and ask her exactly what the spray was that was used on the costumes.
Or I could ask my friend, because he was Ghostface one year and he didn't know any of the Ghostface robes were sparkly, and I told him that they were sparkly, and he used the sparkly spray.
Yeah.
He used the spray on.
Well, they want to know exactly what was used in the movie.
Ew.
Yeah. So it might be the same thing your friend used. HHN stands for Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, Scream Robes does the same thing with the 2022 robe. Because his are the most accurate. If Fun World can make the fabric for the 25th anniversary, could it not be used for the movies? It's just completely different fabric. The fabric that is used for the costumes and the movies, it's all like custom made by a seamstress to exact measurements, and they got to be a lot more durable because there's, you're running in it. Yeah, it's completely different type of fabric and material that they use. Jerry loves your dedication to these live streams, Channing. Well, he loves being on them, huh?
Yes, I do.
They're fun. You guys make it awesome. Yeah, I heard about that. The Halloween Horror Nights this year has a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic display. Like the life-size animatronics. So it'd be just like seeing them in real life.
Are they the Screen News ones? That'd be cool if somewhere had like all 4 of them displayed.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like to see what's going to end up happening with the screen used.
Because aren't they costumes? I'm pretty sure the top is a mask. Or are they actually animatronics?
I don't know. I'm sure they made animatronics for the movie. I'm sure they did. There's probably going to be scenes where it's a person in it, but I'm sure they made an actual animatronic of each one for the movie.
Or should I say 5 animatronics, because there's an animatronic that looks like Bonnie, and his name is Springtime.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember if they showed Golden Freddy in the preview or not.
I don't remember
he's
either.
in the original game too.
Yeah, I would love to have an actual robe from 5. That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't like I said. I'm gonna message Emily tomorrow and try to figure out what the exact stuff that they use. Let's see. Who's Scott Cathan? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Yandel. Elaborate. Oh, are you talking about Five Nights at Freddy's? Yes. Swift Mode says, does a full screen used 5 robe exist since they destroyed most everything? Yeah. I'm sure there's a few out there. There's probably more than, they'd like to tell us are out there. I know Paramount at least has one. And I know that Radio Silence has a full, complete, boots, robe, mask, knife in their office from 5. Let's see. 1P. There it is. Well, I got to mention, of course, that the Ghostface, the game, the board game that I am a part of, company that I work with called Stop the Killer with Anthony Massey, is starting the Kickstarter very soon, in a few days, actually.
I'm so ready.
Yeah, you guys are going to love this game. It's insane. We put a lot of work into it. We put our heart and soul into it. We really, really, really wanted this to be for Ghostface fans. This is not Scream the game. This is Ghostface the game. This is celebrating all things Ghostface and Fun World. And we have so many variations of the mask in the game. We even included versions that were never released. But we wanted them in the game. There's just so much to see. I can't wait for you guys to see what the board looks like. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Yes, Swift Mode. The game that's out right now is by Funko, and it's Scream the Game, which is a card-based game that uses an app. This is a straight-up board game, and it's Ghostface the game. So it's a unique story. It's a brand new story about Ghostface, and it celebrates the mask and the history. It's going to be incredible. Fans are going to love it.
And I'm gonna like this one more, but I do gotta say the one with the app, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good game.
Yep. Yes, Darky, the game's not available in stores, so sign up for the Kickstarter. Yes, it's going to be Kickstarter only. So pay attention for that. And then I will also show you guys. Let me find it here.
Is anyone ready for Beetlejuice 2?
I'm ready for Beetlejuice 2. I'm definitely ready for Beetlejuice 2. I cannot wait for that movie. So before we start to wind down here, I do want to share this with you guys. So this is happening Monday night, October 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Stop the Killer Games channel. So it's not going to be on my channel, but it's going to be on the Stop the Killer Games YouTube channel. And I'm hosting it along with Anthony Massey. We're going to have some surprises. We might have a few giveaways. And basically, if you guys tune into this, it's the night before the Kickstarter launches on the 3rd. So if you guys tune into this on Stop the Killer Games YouTube channel, you will be the first to see the board. You'll be the first to see a lot of the add-ons that we're having that are going to blow people away. You'll be the first to see how the game plays. You're going to be the first to see the artwork. You're going to be the first to see pretty much everything. So definitely tune into that. Again, it's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on Stop the Killer Games YouTube Monday night, October 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, hosted by me and Anthony Massey. You're going to get a really, really, really good look at everything. So definitely tune into that. And let's see. I saw a couple more questions here. I want to make sure I get people that have the questions.
Speaking of Beetlejuice, I'm going to show you this little thing over here.
Yeah. Okay. Giancarlo says, did they make a separate robe for Amber taking it off? The actor would be way shorter than the stuntman. Yeah, they did. If you watch the bonus features of Scream 5, Mikey Madsen says in the bonus features that they custom made a robe, gloves, mat, everything that she wore as Ghostface was custom made to fit her, and that she tried to get them to let her keep it, but they wouldn't. So, yeah, she confirms in the bonus features that her particular outfit was custom made. But yes, Mudbucket is correct. She wore Doc Martens that had almost like platform soles on them, and you can see them in the movie. Kay says she can't wait for the board game. They're so well made. Thank you, Kay. I can't wait for it either, actually. I can't wait to hold a prototype in my hands. How would they put magnetic strips on the robes in Scream 5? Well, it's an actual clothing. If you just Google like magnetic strips for clothing or wardrobe, like a bajillion things pop up. It's just they have like button strips, like on my Scream 3 hero robe. It's literally a strip of fabric that has buttons down it, and that would be sewn into the costume to button shut. This is the same thing, but instead of buttons, it has magnets. So it's just a strip of fabric that has magnets in it, and you sew it into the costume, and then they just clamp shut with magnets. Go ahead and show what you wanted to show, since they were asking about Beetlejuice, or you were talking about Beetlejuice.
This used to be his when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Beetlejuice bed. And if you open it up, there's a Beetlejuice inside. And actually, you can do a magic trick with this. So you see him right now. You close it up. Turn this that way. And now he's small.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite toys as a kid. So I love that toy. We love that toy still. We love that toy.
And you can reverse it. Put him back in. Close it. Turn it that way. And he's big again.
That toy makes me so happy still. So Swift Mode says, who has that robe now? Probably Paramount or the landfill, because they got rid of a lot of stuff after that movie because of COVID protocols. While they were making the movie, they had very strict COVID protocols that called for the destruction of certain pieces of wardrobe and stuff after they were worn. Yeah, I changed my name. Says designed specifically for her, but she can't keep it. Yep, that was when I saw that in the bonus features, I was like, oh man, that's so lame. Iggy says, besides the Scream and Ghostface Collector group on Facebook, is there another good place to find masks for sale? There's a ton. There's, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to, I'll send you a list, Iggy, because there's so many that I see sales all the time, but I'm honestly drawing a blank right now because they all have Scream and Ghostface in the name somewhere, and some of them are so similar that I'm like, I forget half the time. I have to like actually just type in Scream and Ghostface into my Facebook, and then it'll actually pull up all the ones that I'm a member of. But yeah, most of those do that. Would a third run of 25th anniversary mask be the same as the first? Doubtful, because the second run was not the same. Need the name of the landfill for a science project. Me too. If you find that out, let me know, because I will fund that project. I'm not a scientist, but I will fund that project. Don't even think she has her outfit from Act 3. I don't think a lot of them were able to keep anything because of the COVID protocols. There is a lot of wardrobe out there from 5. Not a lot. There's a decent amount, but most of it is some of it's screen used for sure. Some of it is like, backups, just because they had so many. They had to buy so many of everything because of the COVID stuff. That would be great. It's hard to find stuff in my country, so I don't find anything. Would love to get a Gen 2 or something. Yeah, they do turn up on the groups a lot. Obviously, they turn up on eBay too, but eBay prices are complete insanity. Yeah, there's wardrobe from 5. I have some stuff. There's a couple other collectors that have some stuff. I'm sure Paramount has some stuff in storage. It's torture to find anything in Australia, I bet. Quite a few groups, Mark, would be interested in the list. Yeah. I'll get a list out. I'll post it on the YouTube in the community section where it's like, you can just post stuff and it's not videos. I'll post a list of the groups that have a lot of good masks for sale. Let's see. What are your thoughts on taking a 25th anniversary costume and modifying to be more screen accurate? What are some non-obvious things to do besides attaching gloves, Velcro, cutting the bottom? I think a few people have already done that. I mean, do what you want with them. You know, they're not that expensive, so I think it's a good start. You know, if you don't want to pay, you know, $500-$600 for a custom made robe from a seamstress or something, you know, you could definitely get a 25th anniversary robe and modify it. But what's some of the things that aren't obvious? I'm not sure. Honestly, if you watch my video, I have a video on the channel where I literally compare the 25th robe to the Scream 3 hero robe, like side by side comparison, hold it up, like measure it out, like every detail is gone over in that video. So definitely check that out.
It's our most watched video.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yes, it is. Does anyone own a screen used EU mask from 5? Radio silence.
He does have the knife from Scream 5. Not like the knife, but it's the digital knife.
Yeah, we showed it in the last live stream.
Wait, did we?
Yep. Yes, we did. Obviously, there wouldn't be a need for it since you have the hero mask from Scream 2, but do you own other Gen 2s in your collection? Do I have another Gen 2? I don't think I do. I think the Scream 2 hero one's the only one I have. I used to. Actually, the first Ghostface mask I ever owned, was a Gen 2 that I got at Kmart in 1997. And I literally have no idea what happened to it, but I have a picture of it somewhere. I have a picture of it like in my room because I used to have it displayed on my wall in high school. So that, yeah, technically the first Ghostface mask I ever owned was in 1997, and it was a Gen 2. Maybe it was 1998 when I got it. One of those years. But yeah, it was a Gen 2, and I have no idea what happened to it. I wish I knew.
What was my first ever owned Ghostface mask? I know it's in my room somewhere.
Probably one of the Scream 4 reshoot masks.
Oh, yeah. I have that.
Scream, no chance. That'd be like the first thing. It's really hard to find anything. Mudbucket, reading this chat makes me happy knowing that other Scream 5 fans exist. I get a lot of fun. I love Scream 5. I love it so much. It's amazing. It's an amazing sequel. I think Radio Silence knocked it out of the park. It's not perfect. There's a few things that, you know, I wish was different about it, but yeah, I love it too. It's amazing. Yep. Kmart, 100% was where I got my first Ghostface mask. The first time I ever saw a Ghostface mask in person was in Kmart. And I remember seeing it and holding it in my hands. It's like, oh my God, they have a Scream mask. This is insane.
Actually, that was not my first Ghostface mask. I remember it was this one.
Yeah. This was your first. So this was Channing's first Ghostface. We're all talking about Gen 2s and stuff being our first mask. His first mask was this little ultra white bib mask that came with the costume. Let's see. April 2011. So this would have been like a Scream 4 era costume mask. Kids caught like this thing is so small. Like, look at that compared to my face. It's tiny.
It's probably too small for me too.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like dust in it. Where'd you get that? Where was it?
It's hanging on my wall.
Oh my god, it was hanging on your wall. There's dust in it. It's up my nose now. No. Yeah, there's a lot of people. See, love Scream 5. Love Scream 5. Amber and Richie are fantastic. I agree. Real love letter to the franchise, 100%. Scream 5 is probably second or third favorite, 100%. Ghostface outlived Kmart. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I got to quit kicking my light over. Kay says, is there a cooler kid than Channing? Because I don't think there is. Well, he's pretty cool until he puts a mask on your face that has dust in it. Just kidding.
I'm like you can tell I wore this a lot. Look how stretched out it is.
Oh yeah, it's really stretched out.
Like I'm not even like pulling on it. Like that's how stretched out it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I feel like the whole Halloween section smelled like vanilla and latex. Like you walk in the mask section and it was just this overwhelming smell. That would be a candle smell. That's like a thing, you know. They do all these like unique kind of like silly candle smells. Someone needs to do like a 1990s Kmart Halloween section smell candle. That would be I'd be down with that for sure. One shot the monkey. Do you also know what type of flannel you would search to find Richie's flannel? Yes, I do. Good luck finding it. I will tell you, but good luck finding it. I'm pretty sure that Emily bought every freaking copy and size that they made of that flannel because it's impossible to find now. Impossible. I believe she had 100 of them. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm pretty sure she had 100 of that flannel purchased for that movie. But it's Volcom. That's all I can tell you. It's a Volcom flannel. Volcom is the brand of Richie's flannel in Scream 5. Kay loves Richie's flannel. I love it too. Definitely one of the best flannels in the franchise.
Especially at the end with like all that blood on it and everything.
And yeah, Emily completely based it off of the flannel that Billy wears in the party scenes of Scream 5. Whose shirt did you find, Swift, on eBay on Monday? Am I going to visit Douglas's collection at the museum once it's up and running? Absolutely. Yeah, we've been talking about getting our collections together at some point for something awesome. Amazing. Swift found one of Richie's flannels on eBay. That's awesome. They are very hard to find. Thank you. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think everybody's going to love this game. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Like I said, since we're winding down here, we're going almost 2 hours. Want to respect everybody's time, but yes, Ghostface the game. This live stream that you're seeing on the screen, this is not on this channel. This is going to be on the Stop the Killer Games YouTube channel Monday, October 2nd, this Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Me, Anthony Massey. If you guys tune in, you're going to see everything. You're going to be the first to see it all. So definitely tune in. And then the Kickstarter goes live on October 3rd, the very next day. And wait till you guys see some of the add-ons we have. You're going to go nuts. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Aaron says he thought Scream 4's robe was the same as 3's. I mean, the pattern's the same, but they did it's not exact. Like, they took the same pattern, but they made their own adjustments to it because it had been 11 years since 10 years since the last one, 10 or 11 years since they made the last one. So fabric was slightly different. They did some different things with the hood, but it was generally the same pattern. Yes, we have a My Bloody Valentine game. We have a Silent Night, Deadly Night game, and a Halloween 2 game that's coming out very soon. The Halloween 2 game should be shipping next month in October. You're welcome, Yandel. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. And honestly, that was like off the fly. I started seeing all those pictures online that everybody else was seeing, that all you guys were seeing in the groups. And I just said, are these real? Are they is this another AliExpress knockoff? Like, I need to know before everybody, things get out of hand. So I went and I immediately reached out to RJ to get some information. And he said, I'll give you the scoop exclusively for your stream. Just, give me like a couple hours. So that's what we did. Swift mode. Amber's jeans are Aeropostale. They're black, skinny Aeropostale, like, with all the rips and tears in them. I can't remember the exact. There's an exact name for them, and I can't remember. But I know the brand's Aeropostale. I'm trying to remember what the exact. I don't think they were high rise. There was a very specific name for it. I can't remember. That's driving me nuts now. High-rise jeggings. That might be it. What just closed the door? Did the door close by itself? So they're high-rise jeggings? Yes. So Amber's jeans are Aeropostale, black, destroyed, ripped, whatever, high-rise jeggings. That's exactly what they are. Necklace was from Silverworks, if I remember correctly. I'm almost positive the necklace was from Silverworks. Putting together killer cosplays. I mean, so far I have the jeans and shirt for Richie, but we'll still need to find the flannel and boots. The jeans. Hold on. You have the jeans? You found the jeans for Richie? The exact jeans? That's impressive if you did. So you have the jeans and the t-shirt for Richie? Because those are really hard to find, and the jeans are really expensive. Swift mode. Richie's jeans. The brand's escaping me. I can get it. I'll have it on the next stream. I can't remember exactly what it is on top of it, but they're like 300 and I think they were like $380 a pair. They were really expensive jeans. Yeah, his blue t-shirt is a very specific color of blue that Emily said just, really brought out the colors on the flannel. And the brand, it was expensive one too, the t-shirt I think was like $55. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the brand of the t-shirt. Buck Mason is the t-shirt, and it was trying to remember. Venice Midnight Venice was the color. It was Midnight Venice was the color for his t-shirt. Yeah, that was it. Buck Mason Midnight Venice t-shirt, and I think they're like $50 a pop. Yeah, the jeans were, I can't remember the name, but it was like a high-end brand. They were literally like almost $400 a pair. Somebody asked about Richie's boots. Did somebody ask about Richie's boots? That was... I'm just looking because I have it. Who's Nordstrom what? What are you saying Nordstrom about? I know Richie's boots brand, but I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm going to tell you here in a second. I'm having trouble finding them. There you go. There is Amber's exact jeans. Why can't I remember this? Richie's boots. I know it. I know it. Oh my gosh. This is driving me nuts. I know the brand. I have it. I had it written down somewhere in my phone just in case. Can't remember. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Seriously.
Holy crap, 2 hours.
I know the brand off the top of my head. I know the brand, but I cannot. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's driving me nuts. But yeah, his t-shirt is Buck Mason Midnight Venice blue. His flannel is Volcom. I actually have his belt. I could tell you his belt brand too from that outfit because I have his belt. His belt is. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on all these tonight. This is freaking driving me nuts. Oh, this is killing me, guys. Let me see if I can grab his belt real quick and see if the brand, and I can at least tell you the belt.
What's up, Kay? There any masks you want to see back there, anybody?
All right. Found his belt. Whoa. No, his belt just says 100% full grain leather made in Mexico. There's not a brand listed on it. I do know it though. Mud Bucket says show your favorite mask. Show your favorite mask while I'm gonna pull this up.
Oh, Kay wants to see this one.
Let's see.
And show that one.
You go ahead and show it. I'm trying to find these brands for them.
My favorite mask is either this one or the Arctic Ghost Face. But these are probably my two favorites from all the ones up there. I'll hold that one for me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, these are my two favorites.
So these are Channing's favorite masks currently.
Or the aged masks.
or
Not
the
sure.
age mask. They're all his favorite, you know? Why are we picking favorites here? All right, guys. So, yeah, Amber's jewelry is from Silverworks. They actually have a website. So, a lot of that stuff you could probably find there. Richie's jeans were citizens of humanity.
Here's my reshoot Spring 4 mask.
Yeah, that's an old mask for sure. That's a good one. Citizens of Humanity is Richie's brand of jeans, and the boots were Outpost Makers. I knew it. I knew. I kept saying in my head, I was like, it starts with an O. I know it starts with an O, but I couldn't remember it. Outpost Makers are his boots. So there you go. And the belt. You know what? The belt is from Outpost as well. That's right. The belt and the shoes came from the same place at the mall in Wilmington. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's been over 2 hours. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I think this is going to be the regular Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Unless something changes. I really got to figure out my camera here. It seems to go like blurry every once in a while. It's supposed to be autofocus. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been fun. We've had fun hanging out with you. Hopefully you had fun hanging out with us. Hopefully I was able to answer some questions for some people. And, hopefully it was entertaining for you guys. Like I said, we had a lot of fun. We're having fun doing these live streams. And, I will try to get some more information. Who said that? Somebody asked about the other. Okay. Anyone know the brands of Amber's other outfits? I can get that for you. I have so much of that in like emails and stuff. Like almost every outfit. So I can get that for you, but I'll have a list ready for next Saturday's live stream. Good night, Darky Darko. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Iggy. We love doing them. We're having a lot of fun with this. I'm glad we started doing this. Thank you. Goodbye, Jerry. Yes, of course you can. Let's see. I was actually planning to pick up one of those. What's this? Right, to have a community Discord or something. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm down with that. We can get that going. Send me an email. Yeah, I'll put my email in the chat here again. So if anyone wants to email me about anything or wants to, figure something out to do like a Discord or something, let me know. But yeah, we had fun tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. To the winners of the Ghostface figures from, what was it, 2 or 3 streams ago, your figures are being emailed on Monday. I will send you an email with the tracking. And next Saturday, when we do this stream, we're going to have another giveaway. We're giving away 2 things again. So definitely tune in next Saturday at 8 p.m. And we're going to have an awesome giveaway. And again, don't forget about, I'm going to put it up one more time. Just one more time. Is it this one? No. Okay. don't forget about this stream. Again, this is Monday night, October 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Stop the Killer Games YouTube. You're going to find myself, you're going to find Anthony Massey, and you will be the first ones to see everything about this game, about the add-ons. Definitely tune in. We're going to give some stuff away. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you from both of us, and we will see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. unless some more crazy stuff happens, like a brand new EU, whatever crazy mask happens, something crazy, and I need to jump on here to get to the bottom of it. Unless that happens, we'll see you guys next Saturday at 8 p.m.
Next Saturday will be in October.
Yep, October stream. Yes, you're welcome. And like I said, I will have a list ready for next Saturday. So if you have any specific questions about certain outfits, if I have the information, I'll get it over to you. Check the closet, Ghostface movie. You know what? That's a great quote to close this stream. This should just be for everybody, not just for me. Everybody, check the closet, because Ghostface might be in there. Leon Killer 2569 wants us to leave everybody with that quote. Just that thought. Check the closet. Ghostface may be in there. We'll see you guys next Saturday at 8 p.m. Peace.